I'm part of an organization along with Kel, thank you for stepping up and speaking as well, a prison abolitionist group. And I wanted to say one thing about that because this is a prison abolitionist group that was actually started out of repression here. I was arrested with students in Sacramento in 2010. And when we got out, that was our first time seeing what actually happens with state repression in jails and prisons, which a lot of people have the privilege of not having to see. And so we started doing prison abolition organizing here in Santa Cruz, and it's very tied to the privatization of education. And what we do is we work for community-based alternatives to dealing with harm and violence that do not rely on the police, that do not rely on the legal system, because we see what that system is doing right here, right now, right? And I just wanted to say, in my opinion, it is a community-based alternative to kick a known rapist out of a party that is off campus that has nothing to do. And if this university is taking the time to go on a witch hunt for activists, what does that say about this university's priorities? And the same administration that pretends that its hands are tied when we ask and demand that it be proactive in rolling back fee hikes, making education accessible for all people, for low-income students, for students of color, and for it to be extending its arms out solely to repress students, to punish them, and to try to make them feel isolated is absolutely unacceptable. And it's great to see people out here supporting, because this repression is obviously designed to make people feel isolated, alone, to scare them from doing the organizing that we're doing, which is why they're not here right now, right? So it's good to see everyone out here, and we should make sure it's clear to the university, will that type of scare tactic work? No! Sounds like it won't. So I'm just here today to say that what happened on the highway was a courageous act.
That's right.
And it is absolutely shameful in a university that claims that there are no resources, which we know is a lie. The resources are being used to suppress student activists, people who are on the right side of history, and people who are articulating these connections, these very real connections between the university's priorities, state violence, the Black Lives Matter movement, and state and police repression. So I'm glad people are out here today fighting to change the priorities of this university and expose what's really going on. So Team Barras will continue to stand with the Highway 6 and everyone involved in the student movement here on campus. Thank you.